Hey guys, and welcome to another video. And today's video is a video I haven't done in a really long time. And when I say a long time, we're talking probably at least a year. So today's video is going to be a Diablo video. The biggest reason it is because we as a stream community are going to step back into Diablo for this season. I had taken a long break, basically a little background history of my Diablo. I was juggling WoW and Diablo for a very long time, and I was doing really good in Diablo. Well, considering I felt I was doing good anyway. I was basically ending seasons with anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 Paragon. Back then, that was a pretty big accomplishment, especially when you're a raider in WoW. So yeah. And it wasn't juggling the two that stopped that. I would have kept juggling the two. I really liked the break from each game for a couple of days every week by going back and forth. But what really did it is the last season I played was season 13, and at that point, every season had been the same. I just felt like I was doing exactly the same shit with the same sets every season. It was the reason I left. So I haven't really done much in Diablo other than the odd time that there'll be a new pet. But yeah, new pets and stuff have been the only reason. And even with that, I've only done enough to get that reward and then I'm back out. But there's been a lot of changes. We're now into season 19. So it's been 6 seasons that I've been more or less away from the game. And I think it's a great time to come back. I've felt a little hype from BlizzCon, obviously. So, this might not even have been a thought if they hadn't announced D4, and I kind of got hyped, and I'm like, oh, I should play Diablo 3 again, and, shit like that. It's not going to be anything too terribly serious. I just want to go in. We're going to spend the whole weekend leveling and getting gear up, and then at that point it's up to the stream community. Diablo used to be a big part of my streams, and it was actually what made streams better than what they are now. So yeah, if our stream community decides that they're having a lot of fun in D3 for this season and they want more of it, we will definitely continue that. I'll go back to putting half in, where we do half WoW, half Diablo. And to be honest, I've been kind of looking for that game to do that with anyway. WoW is a tough one because I fucking love WoW, but not everyone else shares the same passion I have for WoW when it comes to my Twitch community. And so sometimes I feel like that second change might just be good for, some of the community. And a lot of my community came from Diablo 3, so yeah, that works. So yeah, in this video, I decided to check out the GRs, because the last time I had played the high-end Diablo ranking people were pulling off like maybe a 105, somewhere around there. So yeah, when people were telling me you could do like 120, I was like, holy shit. However, I will say the 120 is not doable by me, not yet anyway. You guys will have to let me know if you guys have done a 120, but I'm thinking maybe I just don't have the Paragon in non-season to pull it off yet. This video is of the 109, which went great. It's not, we weren't, just barely passing it or anything, but it was getting close. The 110, I definitely think I will have to swap out my bracers. I was using my NEMs for this run so that I could get some, extra guardians out. But definitely the 110, I'm going to need my strong arm bracers to pull that off. And then at that point, I don't know if there's really a whole lot further I can go. Granted, I haven't really tested it much, right? I'm a rusty, haven't played for 6 season player, right? And then I just basically hopped into a, 109. So definitely I can test my limits a lot more than I have. However, I don't think I have time because I'm recording this video on Wednesday. I actually am supposed to stream in like an hour, so it's getting quickly done up before I hop on stream. And yeah, so that only really gives me 2 days before the season starts, and I can pretty much guarantee you I won't even be in Diablo within the next 2 days. Because I'll Thursday I will definitely want to get anything in WoW done that I would want done. It's the Battleground Weekly, so probably that. And then that kind of allows me to just kind of focus Diablo for the weekend. So yeah, as you can see, I did check the leaderboards to see what people have been doing, especially for a demon hunter, because, as many know, demon hunters, they're great. Don't get me wrong, demon hunter's my favorite class in Diablo 3. However, I have a tendency to pick classes that are more fun to play but less powerful. That's basically my druid in WoW as well. Like there's a lot of classes that can be less geared than my druid and do, more damage. Like my mage just fucking breathes on people and does way more damage than my druid over there. So I do have a tendency to kind of pick the classes that maybe don't take you as far. And it's not that I purposely do that. It just so happens that the classes I like to play are the ones that don't really take you as far as others could. The Demon Hunter here could be a prime example when comparing it to maybe a Barb, right? A Barb is definitely going to go further than a Demon Hunter. But sometimes sometimes you can't base it off of that either. I've seen many seasons where a Demon Hunter and a Barb are, pretty comparable, I guess. They're both doing the same GR, just different times, and yeah. But for the most part, you see a Barb a lot higher. So I decided to check the leaderboards to see what to expect. I didn't really know what goals to have for myself for this run because it's been so long. I don't know how much power has been added, yeah. So basically what I found out was I would need to do at least a 110 to even get on the board. And it did look like people were doing pretty high, even with a Demon Hunter. So overall, I thought the GR went well. It was there were a couple of parts that made me wonder. Definitely. I felt like we were really close to maybe losing it at certain points, which is why I am pretty certain that at 110 I need to take out the NEMs and the strong arms. I'm one of those people that I will run the NEMs until I feel I just cannot run them anymore, like where I feel like I'm taking too much damage or it's just not worth it. But I have always really liked it because, because of the extra guardians, right? So, yeah. But the strong arms are always gonna have you kill things faster, you take less damage, they are better, they just don't spawn an extra guardian. But yeah, so I think overall it went not too bad. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. What is the highest GR that you have done? Have you been playing solidly for a long time? Did you take a break like I did? Are you going to play season 19? If you are, what class have you decided to go with? Okay, so that's really all I have for you guys. This was just intended as a quick little video. Figured I'd show off a GR. I don't know if it's really a show off, but give me a bit. I'll get back into the grind of things, and we'll get back to for me, I feel proud of the 109, but I'm also been out of the loop for 6 seasons, so I don't know what is worthy of feeling proud of, like, I guess technically anything you do in life you should feel proud of, but I have a hard time really, like, I'm proud of the 109, but 109's such an oddball number. I feel like I really just need to get that 110. And if I happen to do the 110 before the season starts, I will post a video on it. I just don't think I'm going to make it. Like, I don't even think I'll get a chance to log into Diablo before that. And speaking of season 19, if you do want to join us, of course, I already have a group of 4 of us, but you're more than welcome to, find other people to have another group of 4. So definitely come join us. Stream is twitch.tv/mistofdarkness. If you need a clan, we are over there. I've actually had the clan for quite a while. So before I really recruit our Diablo clan over on NA, which is called Sins of Insanity. So if you are wanting to join, that's the name of it. But before I really recruit it out, I just want to say this clan is meant for casual players. So if you are a hardcore player, you're wanting to get super high Paragon and constantly be grouped up, we're not really the clan for that. Biggest reason is I am such a huge WoW nerd that I don't have time to run a proper Diablo clan. And I just put together this clan for people that want more or less a home and a clan to be part of when they want to play, but they at the same time don't feel obligated that they have to play every day to stay in. So when you join, the pros of our clan is since it is pretty casual and I really don't care what you do in it, as long as you're being nice to people, of course. There is no booting. A lot of these clans or even WoW guilds, they will boot for inactivity. We have people who have been inactive for like a year, right? That was me for a long time. Like me, the clan leader, was inactive for a year. But the thing is, people always know where to find me too, right? So if it really bugs them, they can contact me at my stream or Discord or whatnot. And, a lot of the time if, someone's like, hey, we should play Diablo this weekend, I'm like, okay, I'll hop in. So it really is good for that. It's more a community clan than anything. So if you just want a place where you don't have to worry about being, kicked out of the clan for inactivity and you want to do your own thing when you want to do it and, no commitments, that is this clan. Yeah. It's, when you play World of Warcraft as much as I do, you just don't have time for, a try-hard clan. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And honestly, if it gets to the point again where a lot of people are starting to enjoy D3 again and they are wanting a better leadership, I do understand that I run that clan very casually. I understand the need for some leadership possibly down the road. There are officers, and I would be more than willing to have, someone co-lead that clan that is going to be active. The reason I've just kept things the way they are is because everyone kind of followed my path, right? I wasn't the only one that, season 13 rolled around and all of a sudden I'm like, fuck this game. It's same shit every season, no changes, I was not the only one. Basically, when I made that decision, so did a lot of people in my stream. And then I think it was roughly maybe 5 or 6 months later that I noticed pretty much all the bigger Diablo YouTubers and streamers were making that same decision, and that's when they went to PoE. However, Grim Dawn's better, just gonna say. Okay, so on the actual site, it doesn't give a time that it's going to start, but, even although I've been out of the loop for the past 6 seasons, I do remember it always being 6 p.m. my time, and I'm on Mountain Time, which would make it 5 p.m. Pacific, I believe. So yeah, that's the time to go off of. I'm pretty sure it's the same time. Just for whatever reason on their actual site, they just mention the day it starts, not the time. But pretty certain it'll be, 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain. So yeah, I figured we'd go over a couple of things before I end the video, though. So here's a picture of the season 19 rewards. One thing that really has me intrigued, although some of you guys may already have it, the only reason I don't is because I've taken a hiatus for 6 seasons. But the goblin pet, that goblin pet looks fucking amazing. And rumor is it was a pet offered in season 17. Which would make sense. I didn't play season 17, and it's been a while since I even, leveled and did enough journey stuff to even just simply get the rewards. So, because I was doing that kind of after I stopped playing for a while. If a reward came up, I would just get a friend to power level me. I'd go do the journey, and then I was out. But yeah, I must have totally forgot about that one because I would remember having that goblin pet. So that is one of the rewards. There's also that portrait frame and of course your armor for doing all your season journey stuff. Now this right here has me very interested. I'll read parts of it out here, but yeah, all players will benefit from the Pandamonium buff during the season. For each stack of this buff, you receive a small boost to movement and damage, ultimately capping out at 50% movement and 100% damage at 1,000 stacks. That right there sounds amazing. And this really intrigued me when I first heard that they were doing this system, because that was one of my fun things I always loved doing in Diablo 3. I even have 1 or 2 videos on the YouTube channel from something similar to this, where I would just go into the cow level and I would constantly try to beat my old score of how many consecutive kills I could get. And I got pretty high, So I am so hyped for this. I would love to see what that 1,000 is. That 1,000 consecutive kills is gonna be Actually not tough. Yeah, now that I was thinking about it, I'll even link the video, but I think my one video was 1016. Okay, you know what? I gotta check now. One sec, guys. Okay, guys, I just looked, and yeah, my video that I created 2 years ago has a massacre bonus of 1013 on it. So I have achieved that 1000 mark. And I achieved it 2 years ago. So it realistically shouldn't be that tough to achieve now. Yeah. Okay, so next up we have the season journey rewards. So these ones are pretty easy. There's Guardian of Sanctuary, which is to finish the level 70 rift on T13 within 5 minutes. That should be so easy, especially now with people being able to do such higher GRs that, yeah, that should just be so easy to do. Gem of My Life, 3 legendary gems to 55, easy. All I do is win, complete 2 conquests this season, and depending what they are. Kill Gom at level 70 in under 30 seconds on T13, easy. Slay Greed on T13, easy. Reach GR 60, so easy. You need to reach 70 for the primals. So, use Kanai's Cube to augment with a 50 gem. Yep. And then use Cube to reforge a legendary item. So, yes, these are all easy season journey ones. So yeah, this will not be tough at all. Over here we have the conquest, just in case you're curious, because there is the stash tabs if you don't have all of them. I knocked all that shit out before I quit, so I'm max. I gotta wait for them to still add another stash tab. But if you don't have all of them, you can get it through conquests. And yeah, so we got Sprinter, Speed Racer, where is that one you do campaign Act 1 to 5 at level 70 in under an hour. I've never actually tried that one. I guess it's because I never wanted to go back and do the campaign. I've done that campaign so many times. So, yeah, but, I imagine it's probably not too bad, especially if you're grouped up. And then there is the Avarice/Avaricia, and that is a 50 million gold streak outside the vault or its inner sanctum. Another one I haven't tried, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. You'll have to let me know if you've tried any of these ones I've mentioned so far. On a good day / I can't stop. So this one encourages you to upgrade your legendary level 3 gems to 65. Yeah, I've done that one. Easy. Okay, then there's push your way to Greater Rift level 75 to complete Divinity. Easy. I've done that one as well. The Lionhearted is the hardcore. So every second one is the hardcore. Like Sprinter is normal, Speed Racer hardcore, Avarice normal, Avaricia hardcore. On a good day normal, I can't stop hardcore. Yeah, you get the gist. And then the last one is the Thrill / Superhuman. Requires completion of a GR 45 solo without any set items equipped. I have done that one numerous times. Not easy. You would think it would be easy at 45. However, now it might be. Now with the power being so much increased. But back, let's say up to season 13. Yeah, like back then, someone doing a GR 100 was amazing. You know what I mean? So it was, definitely tougher. And to be honest, until the very first time I tried doing that conquest, you really don't know how much a set benefits you. Like, you just think it's a set until you have to go do something that you can't have any set pieces equipped. And yeah, it's, it was actually that conquest that got me to do the lawn witch doctor build. And I fucking loved that build. It became one of my favorite builds. It actually was my second favorite, build to play, basically. The first, of course, being Impale for the Demon Hunter, because I have loved Impale even before it became like a viable build. I remember making a Bola Impale build like back in the day. And that was when, I was way lower in the score and everyone was higher because it was a non-viable build. But yeah, so the Lawn Witch Doctor build, I loved it, and I was so upset that one season when they took it away because it was the second. Well, they didn't really take it away, but it became like less viable. I don't know how it is now, so, if you play Witch Doctor and you also are a fan of that build, let me know. Let me know if it's, still viable. And honestly, kind of, humorous story, maybe. Depends how you look at it. But Witch Doctor was always that one class that never intrigued me in Diablo 3. I've seen lots of people do well, and I think the pet build looks awesome. But I just found it boring to play. I just could never get into the Witch Doctor. So when I discovered that lawn build and I loved it, I was so surprised. Like, I couldn't believe it. So it is the only build I ever play if I'm playing Witch Doctor. If I'm not playing that, I'm not playing a Witch Doctor, basically. Like, yeah, it's so weird. But it goes back on what I said earlier in the video, where I don't necessarily play the best classes or the best builds. I play whatever the fuck I have a blast playing because, I like being on the leaderboards, but when it comes to Diablo 3, I really don't care. I'm too casual in it to care, yeah. I already know before I even start the season that I'm not going to keep up to most of the people that are hitting up the leaderboards with their paragons and all that shit. So, yeah, I just play to play, just to have fun. Over here is the sets. So for the Barb, you'll have the Waste set. Crusader will have Roland's. Demon Hunter will have Unhallowed. The Monk will have Thousand Storms. Necro will have the Rat set. Witch Doctor will get the Helltooth, and the Wizard will get Telrash's. And just as a little end video ramble for a couple of minutes, hopefully, I just thought I'd go over all these characters because I have played all of them, and I know I only really talked about my Demon Hunter and then a little with the Witch Doctor, but I do have a part of, I have a build that I enjoy with almost every one of them, okay? Like, yeah. With the Monk, we'll start there. The Monk, my favorite build with that one is the healing one, but I have so much fun playing it, but you have to be grouped. Like, it's like impossible to go soloing with a healing build. So it's a rough one. You gotta have people with you to play that. The Demon Hunter, Impale, is my favorite build, but I actually love all of them. And back before I had quit, I had actually been experimenting a lot with the Nat's Cold build. So yeah, there's a lot that I like with the Demon Hunter. The Barb, I really enjoy quite a few, I guess. There's the Earthquake I love. I love to spin to win, so definitely that one. Yeah. I think the Barb is such an awesome class. You know, it's, you know, that tanky class, I guess we'll call it. The Wizard, I like playing the Wizard. I just suck at it. You know what I mean? Like, I love playing it. But with the Wizard, if you can't stand back, you're fucked, you know? Like, the Wizard's so squishy. Great in groups though. Great in groups. Crusader. The Crusader's that one that, like, the first time I played Crusader, I actually played hardcore of it. And I like it, but I don't really have a favorite build with the Crusader. So, yeah. And then next up is the Witch Doctor. I've already mentioned that Lawn is pretty much the only build I like with the Witch Doctor. However, I do keep pieces, like really like good ancients from other pieces, just in case I ever decide to, you know, go do something with the Witch Doctor. And then the Necro, I was hyped when they first announced it, but I really don't like any of the Necro builds, you know? Like, they're okay to play, but not my preference. I have next to no playtime on my Necro, so I really can't say. Back then when I was, you know, YouTubing a lot of Diablo, I had my Necro decked out in the Rats build because that is the build a lot of people were grinding Paragons with, so I had just designed the Necro to be decked out in the build that people might ask about. So yeah, the Rats build's the only one it's really been in. But yeah, other than that. Okay, so as you guys know, sometimes it is like literally impossible for me to make like a 10-minute video. They do exist on the channel, but this wasn't one of them. But it's been a while since I've been in D3, so a lot of it was, you know, reminiscing a bit, and I'm really excited to, you know, get back in there. I don't know how steady I'm gonna be. Well, we'll see, but you know, I think my days of being like a serious D3 player ended in season 13. This is just a putz around season for me. I just want to see what's been changed and what's good and what's not. But for the most part, I probably won't be like seriously active again until they release D4, which I imagine won't be for another 3 or 4 years. Hopefully sooner, but my guess is 3 or 4 years. So I'm going to end here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and, you know, leave a comment below. Let me know what are your plans for the season, or are you going serious? You putzing around? What are you playing? All of that stuff. And yeah, I better go start my stream now. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.